Hey y'all, it's Kate from the Apothecary and welcome back to my channel. I'm here to talk about the much beloved book Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. This is of course in book 1 of the series by the same name, Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is a little bit of a tongue-tire. I loved this book so much. A lot of people really love this book. It's a lit RPG, fantasy, adventure, humorous book. My general thoughts about this book, as I said, I loved everything about this book. The humor in this book was just what I needed when I didn't even know I needed it. Carl gave me Harry Dresden-esque vibes, and Princess Donut is everything. Spoiler-free summary of what this book is about if you haven't heard about it yet. The apocalypse will be televised. You know what's worse than breaking up with your girlfriend? Being stuck with her prize-winning show cat. And you know what's worse than that? An alien invasion, the destruction of all man-made structures on Earth, and the systematic exploitation of all the survivors for a sadistic intergalactic game show. Join Coast Guard vet Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat Princess Donut as they try to survive the end of the world, or just to get to the next level. In a video game-like trap-filled fantasy dungeon, a dungeon that's actually the set of a reality television show with countless viewers across the galaxy, exploding goblins, magical points, deadly drug-dealing llamas. This ain't your ordinary game show. As you can tell, I took this description off of Goodreads because I thought it gave a very good sample of the type of writing that is in Dungeon Crawler Carl. It sounds like it was written from Carl's point of view. It has that humor in it. It gives you a taste of what to expect in this book. Now, let's get into my call pile categories. Our characters were fictional and fantastical, but they still felt relatable, at least to me. I found myself asking, what would you do in this situation all the time? And Mordecai was my favorite, and he was by far the best guide for Carl and Princess Donut. Our atmosphere and our setting, each level were similar because it's in the same game, but distinctly different from each other, and I loved how different they were. The writing style, I talked a little bit about the writing style already. It was easy to follow with great pacing, and it was funny yet made me think at times, with just the right amount of ridiculousness in a book to make it feel not too ridiculous, but ridiculous enough that you don't take it too seriously. Our plot, the bottom line of the plot is that it's about Carl and Princess Donut's survival, but much like Terry Pratchett uses his fantasy Discworld to bring in real-life issues, Dinniman does this in the game with social commentary, both in the action of the game and in this televised reality TV show. Especially in the reality TV show, I found a whole bunch of really poignant social commentary. Not like hit you over the face with it, but they're enough that you see it, but that you don't feel like anyone is being attacked by it. Intrigue, there were a few times where I zoned out, and maybe that's a me thing, maybe that's it. I've had a lot going on lately in my life, and so my focus hasn't been as normal as it usually is. But even when I did zone out, when I came back into this world, I never felt confused about where we were or what we were doing. I felt like I was able to jump back in with perfect clarity. Logic, I loved this idea of learning along with Carl and Donut. This is one of my favorite tropes, especially in adventure, high fantasy books like this. For me, it helped the reader learn along with our main characters. Thank you, Mordecai, for being able to explain things in such a succinct and hilarious way. It never felt like it was info dumpy, even though we were getting a lot of information throughout the whole book, so we knew how the game worked in this world. it never felt to me like it was info dumpy, and that is really important, especially in a book like this. So enjoyment, as you can tell, I truly enjoyed reading this book. I can't wait to read the rest of this series. I almost got John in on it, but he decided to go with a memoir instead. The audiobook, let's talk about this audiobook. Jeff Hayes is our narrator. He did such an incredible job with this audiobook. There were a lot of times where I just listened to the audiobook because it was just that good, and I never felt like I needed the ebook in front of me to be able to follow along. He had a voice for each one of the characters, and that's not an easy task because there are a lot of characters in here, and each one had a slightly different voice, so you knew that a different character was talking. I never got them mixed up with each other as in some of the other audiobooks. He had great pacing, and like I said, it was easy to follow along. So I know a lot of you out there have read Dungeon Crawler Carl. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the book? If you haven't read Dungeon Crawler Carl yet, you really need to jump on the bandwagon because this is a book that has a lot of hype behind it, but in my opinion, it deserves every ounce of that hype. As always, keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.